This news update is brought to you by...
This is how we flow. All the offers are quite exciting, and the prices will leave you smiling. Everybody's got a cheerful glow.
Enjoy 1 month of free Flow TV when you sign up or upgrade to Flow Broadband this season.
It's Wednesday, December the 30th, 2015, and this is your Barbados Today Morning News Update. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Thanks for joining us. In our top story this morning, we are hearing that life has been tough for National Conservation Commission employees who were made redundant more than a year and a half ago, with some saying they were let down by the Frontier Stewart administration. The tales of woe were moving as they expressed frustration at the delay in settlement of their case and the difficulty in securing alternative employment. A class action case which was brought before the Employment Rights Tribunal by over 80 of the severed workers has been adjourned indefinitely after 2 cancellations on December 16th and 17th. Some of the workers have placed the blame squarely at the feet of the administration. Margarita Franklin, who was employed at the NCC as a caretaker for over 14 years, declared yesterday the government does not care about people. In more news now, sugar officials are worried that the proposed multi-purpose factory at Andrews in St. Joseph may not be able to get off the ground on account of a worsening drought, which is said to be impacting not only sugar production, but the entire 2016 cane harvest. This year, the crop produced just over 10,700 tons of raw sugar, but neither the chairman of the Barbados Sugar Industry Limited, Patrick Bethel, nor general manager of the Barbados Agricultural Management Company, Leslie Paris, is expecting any improvement next year. The situation could adversely affect the government's plan to have Andrews factory fully operational by 2018, since it would need a consistently large quantity of sugar cane to produce enough biogas for conversion into electricity. Just about 2 people here die each month as a result of road accidents, a steep rise in the number of fatalities that has left road safety advocates worried about the further deaths over the New Year holiday weekend. With 1 day left in 2015, Barbados has recorded 22 road fatalities, more than 50% higher than the 14 deaths last year. Public Relations Officer of the Barbados Road Safety Association, Richard Cox, is pleading with all road users to take it easy. 2015 will go down as another very challenging year for Barbadian employers, and given the likelihood of another global slowdown, the Umbrella Barbados Employers Confederation is urging wage restraint following the recent announcement by the National Union of Public Workers that it intends to go after a salary increase for public servants next year. However, suggesting that now was not the time for government to stray away from its fiscal consolidation program, the BEC Executive Director, Tony Walcott, said it was also looking to government for a coherent, well-articulated set of growth strategies, especially for the tourism, international business, and manufacturing sectors. A first-time teenage drug offender has been sentenced to 240 hours of community service. 18-year-old Jaquan Stout of Marlhole Gap Howells Road, St. Michael, narrowly avoided a prison sentence after pleading guilty in court yesterday to possession of cannabis as well as wearing a camouflage pants. In handing down his decision, Magistrate Douglas Frederick said it was his job to ensure that first-time offenders were given a chance.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Secure your future, be financially strong. Since 1983, we have been there for you. A smart range of products, great tax benefits. We're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. Humble beginnings to smart loans, smart savings. Save smart and borrow
Turning our attention now to news from the region, close to 2,000 people, yes, 2,000 people have so far been murdered in Jamaica. Police figures show that between January 1st and December 26th this year, 1,192 Jamaicans were murdered. The Jamaica Constabulary Force says this is an increase of 195 when compared to the corresponding period last year. For 2014, there were 1,005 murders, the lowest in 11 years. There has also been a reduction in shootings, rapes, and aggravated assaults this year. In Trinidad, fraudsters were busy at work over the long Christmas weekend, hitting their victims where it hurt most, in their pockets. An undisclosed sum of money has gone missing from debit and credit cards of several customers of RBC Royal Bank. More in this TV6 News report.
Fraudsters have hit the pockets of RBC clients hard during this Christmas season. Several clients at RBC branches across the country have complained to the bank about the illegal and unauthorized use of their debit and credit cards. Regional Manager of Employee Communications at RBC Caribbean, Nicole Duke Westfield, who spoke to TV6 News today, explained that RBC customers fell victim to what's referred to as skimming. Duke Westfield explained that skimming is the use of fraudulent methods to obtain customer details. A senior police source explained this is usually done by lifting information off the magnetic strips of victims' cards and points of sale or at ATMs. The source explained that most of the fraudulent practice is being done at high-end places of business. Duke Westfield told TV6 News that RBC has been in contact with the affected customers and has already contained the situation, and they have already moved to reimburse the affected clients. The Regional Manager of Communications explained that because of certain technological measures the bank has put in place, officials were able to not only discover the problem quickly, but also deal effectively with customers who lost money. Duke Westfield explained that steps have also been taken to block further instances of this kind of fraud happening. The modus operandi of the fraudsters involves introducing a mechanism that retrieves and records data of customer cards. The data is then applied to a counterfeit card by the fraudster operators and used to withdraw cash or purchase goods and services. A senior police source says in several cases the money is transferred onto foreign credit and debit cards for later use.
On the international scene, U.S. authorities are warning, get ready for even more brutal weather across much of the country. The epic storm system that has claimed dozens of lives is barreling east, ready to drop ice and heavy snow in the Midwest and Northeast, as well as intense rain in the Southeast. All this comes as Missouri grapples with deadly floods, and northern Texas tries to clean up from both tornadoes and snow. There have been an estimated 43 weather-related deaths in the past week across the country, with the current severe storm system blamed for 30 deaths, 13 in Missouri, 11 in the Dallas area, 5 in southern Illinois, and at least 1 in Georgia. A white Chicago police officer has denied murder over the death of a black teenager who was shot 16 times in 2014. Jason Van Dyke was heckled as he arrived in court, where he denied 6 counts of first-degree murder. Video released earlier this year showing the shooting of Laquan McDowell sparked an outcry and resignation of the chief of police. A federal investigation into the city's police is underway amid a national debate about the use of police force. And on that note, we end our Barbados Today morning news update. However, you can join us again this afternoon. Until then, remember to log on to www.barbadostoday.bb, subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, or like us on Facebook. You can also catch us on Izumi Media in bus terminals or screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. Also tune into Channel 101 or Flow TV and to Mix 96.9 FM to get all the latest news and sports. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Have a fantastic day.